Can she add something to her tally against the Dutch, who have just ran through competition here? Average margin of victories below 10. Well, actually, they keep opponents to below 10 points scoring. That's it. Average margin of victory is right around 11.5 points per game. 10 minutes sprinting. Here we go to finals on deck from Chengdu. First action, good child. Down to McSpadden. McSpadden with the shimmy shake and the make, and then a bump on the rebound as Dries bites the dust. McSpadden, you can see her growing with every game in this tournament. Dries to Kuit. Kuit down to Boonstra. The Dutch have been playing the size matchup all tournament, but this Australia squad is gigantic. Dries though rejects. Good child. Dries, 2-point shot. No connection. There's McSpadden yet again, having her way underneath that basket. 2-zip lead for the Kangaroos. Dries gets a little bit of space. Janice to the basket, is fouled on the cut. Boonstra this time inside. They're looking to attack Goodchild. First Dutch score on the board. Goodchild with a shimmy shake, leaves everyone in the dust. Calculated and clean, 3-1 lead.
Basket. Well, that's going to be foul number 3 on Australia. Still plenty of time left on the clock.
So the Aussies off to the races here early after a minute and 10 seconds played. A 3-1 lead for them. The Dutch look at it too. Back iron, Goodchild with the board. And a foul on the plate. They'll be number 1 on the Netherlands. McSpadden on the drive. All of a sudden we get inverse pick and rolls from the Kangaroos, who are up in their strategy game in this one. Dries working behind that screen. Separation for your world number 1, but no connection on the 2 yet again. The Dutch have not shot the ball well here on day 2. They've been good inside the arc, but only 2 of 6 in that semifinals matchup against Bangkok from the land of plenty. Goodchild on the drive again. She lobs it up to Fowler. And Fowler puts her big toe on the baseline. There you go. Out of bounds. Dutch possession. Fresh 12 to work with. High post action now for the Dutch. Kuit down to Boonstra, who is fouled. Fouls have been a problem for the Kangaroos against the Dutch. They racked up 9 of them in pool play. Boonstra with the misdirection. Easy layup as a result. Back to a 1-possession game. Goodchild. Whistle on the floor. Foul on the Dutch. That handoff lethal for the Orange Lions. Results in an easy score. Now another whistle, this time an offensive foul as Hank pushes off on the screen. Never mind, that is another Dutch foul. 4-4 in fouls now. Good child. Down to Hank. Hank carving out some space. Battle for the boards ends up out of bounds. A warning now on the Aussies, who hold a 2-point lead after 2.5 minutes played. Boonstra with the mismatch, looking to attack Goodchild. Goodchild, good defense. Boonstra tracks down the board. It's your world number 1. Lil Drizzy, Noortje Driessen. Left to right, forces her way through the contact, but an offensive foul called. So a physical game here early, as both teams have just been hacking away. 5-5 in fouls, 4-2 in scores. Hank. She tries to lob it into McSpadden. It's picked off. Good. Shares with Driessen. Pick and pop action for Boonstra, who is now on the drive. Got wide open from the corner. Smacked in the nose on the Play-Doh. So another foul on the Kangaroos. That'll be number 6. And it looks like they're going to put Ilse Kuit on the free throw stripe. Depends on whether the referees think that was in the shot attempt. It's gotten us to our first TV timeout, though, and it's a game worthy of a finals. Very physical start for both teams, who have been trying to stop the other team from scoring through fouls. Score not as high as you would expect due to that. 4-2 after 3 minutes played. Possession for the Dutch then. That foul was after the shot. No free throws, just a fresh 12. At 12 now down to 7 as the Kangaroos poke that one away. And a travel violation on the Dutch, who turn it over. Hank and Goodchild working that pick and roll action, and the Dutch reach in. Foul called. Offensive foul yet again on the Aussies. We're now into bonus. No free throws because this foul was offensive, but next defensive foul will be 2 free throws for the team in white. Driessen. Smacked yet again. Teams out of here hacking like the dark web. McSpadden could keep her arm straight. Came down on Driessen's forearm. Put your world number 1 on the free throw stripe. Driessen leading the tournament in player value. Top scorer on the tournament so far. Most highlights, most key assists as well. Doing a little bit of everything as usual. Splits a pair from the stripe. Back to Goodchild, who gets a little bit of separation. Goodchild, no good. Lucky Schiphol can't control the board. It's out of bounds. This time a foul on the Netherlands, who are now also at the bonus. Number 6 for the Orange Lions. So a hackathon here early, as both teams are eclipsing their point total with fouls easily. Goodchild trying to muscle through, loses to Wilson, body's on the floor, and that's a jump ball, which will be rewarded to the defense. A 1-point game here after almost 4 minutes played. Noortje Driessen to Ilse Kuit, the look from 2, that is down with the foul as well. Count that. Ilse Kuit with a huge shot. That shot needed a lot of rim to go down, but it's in. And this could be a 4-point play for the Dutch. They put themselves in the lead with that. Big bucket by Kuit. Splits a pair of free throws. Good child. They try to feed it into McSpadden. McSpadden, 2 dribbles, turns to that righty hook. Good defense by Boonstra. And then a foul called again. And you can see the frustration by McSpadden as the Kangaroos pick up yet another foul and put the Dutch on the free throw stripe again. Timeout called on the floor.
All right, Chengdu, everybody, women's final. Let's get it going. We want you to clap along. 来，我们一起鼓掌好吗？跟随我们的音乐节拍。clap clap 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 clap。来这边看到你们的双手，还有这边的朋友，双手在哪里？
So the 10th foul on the Kangaroos, which means 2 free throws for the Dutch as well as possession of the Wilson. A scary sight for the Australian fans as there's still 6 minutes left in this game. And they can't afford to foul whatsoever after this. A 4-point lead for the Dutch off of these Boonstra free throws. Lisa, mismatch underneath, leans and hits. So the Dutch racking up the score here, blowing up like a pufferfish in the last minute or so. They attack those mismatches so carefully. They're like a machine, these Orange Lions. Hank and Janice Boonstra has been holding her own in the paint. Gets the roll this time, lefty lay, but it's left short.
Being a good child, keeping it alive. McSpadden.
McSpadden from range. Rebound controlled, Kuit. The Aussies also have been outplaying their size mismatch all tournament. It has not worked. What has also not worked is their physical brand of defense as they rack up yet another foul. Goodchild puts Boonstra back on the stripe for 2 as well as possession. Boonstra, cash money from the stripe. The Dutch have blown this game wide open in the last minute or so. Driessen. Kuit. Oh, gone faster than a surprise drop on the sneaker zap. Gets to the rack. Goodchild bumped, stopped. 0.1 on the shot clock, not enough for McSpadden to get a shot off. An 8-point lead for the Dutch all of a sudden, who looked slow to start this game, but are now speeding to the rack at will with Kuit leading the way in that department. Driessen. There's Kuit again from range this time. Money on that 2-ball and a 10-point lead. The Dutch are just blowing the doors off of this game. Kuit again, a steal. Lutje Schipholt goes to the handoff. Kuit, another one. Thank you, ma'am. My goodness, the Dutch are firing on all cylinders. 16-4 in a game that was a 4-2 score just a minute and a half ago. But everything falling for Ilse Kuit in her return to the Women's Series. Pulled up to this event like GTA 6 hype. Waited for years, and it's still going to get hard. Y'all know about that GTA 6 hype. That game is about to hit hard for sure. Anyway, Hank from the free throw stripe as the Dutch rack up their 7th foul. 2 free throws coming up. Second one down as well. Difference in the game now, 10 points. Driessen zooms by everyone. 17-6. The score with 4 minutes left to go. But I'd wager we're not going to get to the end of regulation yet again, as the Dutch look primed to pick up their first Women's Series crown of the season. Boonstra to Kuit. Kuit feeds it back into Boonstra, leans in, another foul on the Aussies who just cannot control themselves whatsoever. And Boonstra back on the free throw stride where she's made a living in this game. The knee of Hank is what the referees are blowing that whistle for. Fouls for the Aussies, a gigantic problem, especially now that the Dutch get possession back and could end the game on a 2-point shot. What a dominant performance for the Orange Lions here. Boonstra, they get it to Kuit. Kuit looking for space, a pick and pop. Boonstra opts for a drive, midi floaty, nuh-uh. Rebound controlled, Schipholt, they get it to Kuit. He shot well in this game, Kuit. Looking for some separation, leans into the shot, back iron. Good job. Quick trigger from the corner. World number 1 on the bench. They go to Lutje Schipholt, who's been fairly quiet in this one, not needed as much as in the previous games. And the Gangaroos need a miracle if they want to get a win here. Fowler, great fake. 19-7. The Dutch with a 2, they'll win it. In and out for Kuit. Good job. Front rims, gets her own board. Tries again, second time is a make. 10-point difference in the game, and the Dutch look a little bit out of sorts here to try to close this game out. They toss the ball away. They got a 10-point lead to work with. They give good job, two tries at it. Second time's a charm. The Dutch offense has skidded to a halt here, trying to close out this Women's Series stop. And this is the way the Dutch got it done. Kuit, 2 quick 2s in a row. The free throw stripe has been kind to the ladies in white. And another foul on the Aussies here. Noortje Driessen back in the game, can take a trip to the free throw stripe right away. Actually, never mind. No free throws coming up. That was an offensive foul. 13 fouls, though, for the Aussies, who've mustered up 9 points. The Dutch looking to end it here. Boonstra, left open, pulls the trigger, no. Gets a steal though, and Schiphol is open underneath. They're at 20 points. Any score will get it done for the Dutch here. Good job, no, snuffed out. Driessen, they give her space. She doesn't want to take the shot though. She gets it back, drives. Noortje Driessen leans in with the left hand. But the Dutch, as has been the case all tournament long, too much both on offense as well as that lockdown defense. Boonstra, the leaner from the baseline, Gangaroos desperate for a score here. They get a McSpadden to bouncing off the back of the rim. But it looks like it's curtains here, as the Dutch brought more lockdown than COVID-19 and have kept the Aussie scoring machine to 9 points so far. Good bucket for McSpadden. Double figures now for the Gangaroos. Guys, Lichtje Schiphol closes it out, and the Dutch get the first win in 2025. A repeat performance from the pool game. Another 21-10 victory for the Netherlands ladies, who were dominant from start to finish in this one. A little bit of a slow start, but blew the doors off of the game before the halfway mark and have kept the engine going here to put the Gangaroos on the back foot. It's new addition Evelien Lichtje Schiphol finishing out this game as well as this tournament, putting the cherry on the cake. And the Dutch pick up a victory here in Chengdu in decisive fashion.